Jensen. I'm MADELYN JIMENEZ, a proud kindergarten teacher. I'm currently taking up Master of Education, major in Educational Management at RAMON MAGSAYSAY colleges. Good morning once again. My topic is about convening a curriculum development committee. It is under the topic Components of an Effective Curriculum Development Process Planning. So to start with, let's define first the meaning of curriculum. The curriculum word is a Latin language. It means race course, and in education it means work field of students or race course of students. The word course means curriculum, and the race refers to students' experiences and activities. Curriculum is a instructional and educative program by following which the pupils achieve their goals, ideals, and aspirations of life. So it is through curriculum which the general aims of a school education receive concrete expression. So that's for the curriculum. Now, let's have curriculum development. Curriculum development defined as the process of selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experiences on the basis of needs, abilities, and interests of learners and the nature of the society or community. Now let's have a throwback of the Philippine curriculum. We have the pre-Spanish curriculum, the Spanish devised curriculum, the American devised curriculum, the curriculum during the Commonwealth, the Japanese devised curriculum, the curriculum during the Liberation period, the curriculum during the Philippine Republic, curriculum in the society, Philippine Basic Education curriculum. So for the pre-Spanish curriculum, the education of pre-Hispanic Philippines was fit for their needs of their times. There was no formal schooling. Education was oral, practical, and hands-on. Parents educate their children informally. Mothers taught their daughters in housekeeping and other agricultural-related activities. Fathers, on the other hand, trained their sons in hunting, carpentry, and mining. Skills taught would vary on the industries and locations. During the Spanish devised curriculum, only the friars established parochial schools linked with churches to teach catechism to the natives. The system of schooling was not hierarchical nor structured, thus there was no grade levels. So next, let's proceed with the American devised curriculum. The public school system established and headed by an American until 1935, was to train the Filipinos after the American culture and the way of life. So the curriculum was based on the ideals and traditions of the America and her hierarchy. The primary curriculum prescribed in 1904 by the Americans for the Filipinos consisted of 3 grades, provides training in 2 aspects. American soldiers were the first teachers, and trained teachers replaced by soldiers. So American teachers infused their students the spirit of democracy and progress as well as fair play. The curriculum during the Commonwealth aims legal mandate to develop moral character, personal discipline, civic conscience, and vocational efficiency to teach the duties of citizenship. So during this time, there were EO, Executive Order Number 17, Quezon Code of Ethics, Foundation of Emerging Philosophy of Philippine Education. The next Executive Order was number 134, Tagalog as the basis of the national language. And during this time, another Executive Order number 263 was passed, required the teaching of the Filipino national language education. During the Japanese era, educational aims making the Filipino understand the position of the Philippines as a member of the East Co-Prosperity Sphere. So that's for the Commonwealth, during the Commonwealth. During the Japanese devised curriculum, Nippongo and abolishing English as the medium of instruction and as a subject. So it causes a blackout in the Philippine education and impeded the educational progress of the Filipinos. So during the liberation period, during 1945, the liberation period, steps were taken to improve the curriculum existing before the war, restore, abolish the double single session, adopt the modern trends in education taken from the United States. However, their efforts remained in a ideational stage. So, during the Philippine Republic, the curriculum had great experiments in the community, school idea, grades in the primary, school and community collaboration pioneered by Jose V. Aguilar. Because of the successful implementation, it was given the official cognizance and by the Bureau of Public Schools in June 1949. So during also this time, the instructional materials that will give emphasis on the following area: the improvement of home industry so that they will be patronized the appreciation of the services of great men and women of the country, preservation of our cultural heritage, and during this Philippine Republic, the DepEd attempts to keep up with the changing economic and social conditions of the country. So the areas studied include social studies, health and science, language arts, arithmetic, arts and physical education, and work education. In the elementary level, vocational education was introduced, namely in the 6 major areas: agricultural education, business education, fishery, home economics, home industries, and trade industrial education, including girls' trade courses. The curriculum during the Philippine Republic: massive development of the working education, establishments of vocational schools, and usage of media in teaching. So here comes the new society, curriculum in the new society. So to guarantee that the educational system would be relevant and responsive to the challenges and requirements of national, provincial, and local government, by President Ferdinand Marcos pursuant to Proclamation number 1081 on September 29, 1972, Decree number 6, known as the Educational Development Decree of 1972, to take effect immediately. So during this time, it aims to make the school responsive to the needs of the society. Alright, so curriculum in the new society has a 10-year program based on a number of principles. So number 1, improvement of curricular programs and quality of instructions at all levels by upgrading physical facilities. Number 2, adopting cost-saving instructional technology and training and retraining of teachers and administrators. Upgrading of academic standards through accreditation schemes, admission testing, and guidance counseling. So that's it for the history. So no curriculum is permanent. It undergoes revision and reconstructuring in response to changes in people and society. So any curriculum should undergo tryout or pilot testing before it should be implemented. So the Philippine basic education has undergone also revisions from national elementary school curriculum to new secondary educational curriculum. Then we have the revised basic education curriculum, the RBEC, and next is the secondary educational curriculum, and lastly we have now the K-12 basic educational curriculum. So now, for the convening a curriculum development, the curriculum development process, the development of an effective curriculum guide is a multi-step, an ongoing and cyclical process. So the process progresses from evaluating the existing program, then to designing an improved program, to implementing a new program, and back to evaluating the revised program. Let's proceed with the convening a curriculum development committee. Such a committee, consisting primarily of teachers who represent the various schools and grade levels in the district, administrators, members of the public, and perhaps students, becomes the driving force for curriculum change, and in the long-term process of implementing the curriculum, it is critical that an effective, knowledgeable, and respected chairperson lead such a committee, and it includes knowledgeable and committed members who gradually become the district's de facto or the experts during the development phases of the process as well as the implementation phases. So curriculum committee members will include the board liaison again, administrators, teachers, parent representatives, representative from the accountability committee if possible, and staff who have completed training in the curriculum guidance. So principal will serve as co-chairs of the curriculum committee. So once again, the Curriculum Development Committee includes the administrators, the teachers, parents representative, and students. The Curriculum Committee is a vehicle upon which the local academics senate relies in carrying out its responsibility to develop curriculum recommendations for representation to local governing board. It has been 4 years since the Philippines shifted to a new educational system. But this reform program, which added 2 more years to old basic educational system, has since met so much public opposition. Until now, critics continue to insist that the country is not yet prepared for this transition. Many have been said about K-12 curriculum, what it is, what it covers, and what it offers, and what it hopes to achieve. So despite numerous awareness campaign efforts, opposition still exists, and this is perhaps due to lack of information about the difference between the two systems. So let's hope, and we are praying for a progressive K-12 curriculum, and so far it's good. And that's it for my report. Thank you for listening.